What? Yeah. You drink the bottom?
Well, welcome back to all of those watching inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Currently, it's the Buccaneers in possession of the ball as we get back into the action in quarter number 2.
I wish I ran the 40 outside on a hand time. Give me that. It looks so much better.
Gonzalez good on
I should have put up 10
point.
on the bench, though.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
And
that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I can't leave this one, though. I gotta stop the run, though. That's what they love.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Pass complete here to Sanders. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Complete. Richardson has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year as they have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. Just taking it. Big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback.
I was expecting
but what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Exactly.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted.
That's Reuben Foster, man.
Reuben Foster picks it.
Come on, get in there, Ruben.
Finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
You seen that shit yet?
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now after the INT, it's called toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
What are you looking for?
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner,
Those are right there.
I feel like it got stuck under in here or something. You see it?
No. I heard something there. It's probably on the ground now.
know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Milano drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's throwing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Wow. Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. We'll throw over the middle, taken in. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Ryan, open man is Galladay, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Ryan. Caught by Montgomery. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Ryan. And he finds Montgomery complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing again, Ryan. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half. A touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. That's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr again. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We begin in Charlotte, a good NFC matchup between Seattle and Carolina. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead
going off.
as
This
well.
is my new offense. I tried this offense against Isaiah.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half
I
is
need to open it up a
underway.
little bit. You know, just
That'll be
run
taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Brandon Graham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. Third down here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On third and long, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Ruben
Foster picks him. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. K-Rod Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Ryan now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a run with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, Ryan. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now this throw caught left side. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
Hey, Haywood!
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr And Sanders has got it complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From just shy of midfield, Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On play action. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From midfield, here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Allen, nifty footwork. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Ryan. That's into the hands of Pascal. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They're going to try and run, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Complete. Richardson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I'm going back to you.
Carr going to throw here. His throw incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, baby.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Defense. Here we go.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on.
Did it. And we're running the table, boys. Running the goddamn table.